You also mentioned that the current economy, from a marketing perspective, is the single biggest opportunity that we've had in 35 years.
Yeah.
That's a huge claim to make.
It's a big statement.
That's a very big statement. How would you back that up?
Oh, simple. You just go back to, when was the last time we had a W-shaped recession, and it was the 1970s. And so if you then look at statistically, is it easier to grab market share at the bottom of a cycle, or is it easier to grab market share at the top of a cycle? And it's easier to grab market share at the bottom of a cycle because not many people have cash. And as we started this whole interview off, this is now a 5-year, people are running out of cash. Big businesses have run out of cash. They've all had to go out and, recapitalise, et cetera, et cetera. Governments are running out of cash.
Yes, that's very true.
So, when that's the scenario, whether it's a country trying to grab market share, China's coming in now and just grabbing market share, or whether it's a business trying to grab market share, the time to do it is when no one else is going to need cash.
You also there was another statement that you made again in your DVD, and I think I saw you on stage. You mentioned about how important the brain is in business, that whatever your brain focuses on, your brain will resolve.
Yeah.
And then you came back on stage and said, well, we're not giving our brain enough problems to resolve. We're not big enough problems to resolve. Because at the moment you're saying, how do I get to 10 million?
Yeah.
Not the right problem to be asking yourself. Yeah. So what questions should we be asking ourselves now? What sort of problems should we be giving our brains to resolve to achieve this huge potential that this market is currently provided for us?
Yeah, well, the big thing that I try and talk people through here is that your brain is designed to solve problems. And so if you give the brain the problem of, I own a business and it's got X number of people in it and I want to make another 10%, well then the brain will resolve that as a problem. If you give the problem to the brain of, I want to build a business and I want to double it, suddenly you'll go out in the marketplace looking for ways to double it. Whatever you give your brain the problem to resolve is what will occur. So now if you then say to the entrepreneur, so what problems do you want to give yourself? Well, the reverse engineer of that is actually where do you want to take this thing to? What does being an entrepreneur all about for you? And when you get down to the heart of it, for most of them, the reason why they went into business from a stimulation perspective was for their own career, et cetera, et cetera. But they actually wanted independence, wanted freedom, didn't want to report to anyone else, and they want more time with the family. So then the key question is, so how much time do you get with the family now, more or less? And most entrepreneurs go, less. And I go, so you got into this to spend more time with the family and you're not spending the time with the family. So the formula's wrong again. So we need to re-engineer So give yourself the problem of taking 12-week holiday off a year is the key one I tell people. No?
Okay, it's a very nice problem to have.
Well, and people say, why? And I go, because what you'll now do is try and work out how to make enough money in 40 weeks a year, not 48 weeks a year or 50 weeks a year and working 7 days a week, et cetera, et cetera. So most people want to go down the commercial path of, I need to double my business or I need to triple my business or something. And I go, no, let's come back and let's force yourself to take 12 weeks holiday a year. Now you have to make enough money in the other weeks. How would you do that? And it forces you to get smart.
Fantastic.